You might have noticed that I'm dressed up like David Martinez, and that's because today I will finally tell you how to make the SANDEVISTAN.
Time to learn.
Alright, so if you want to make the SANDEVISTAN, so what you want to do is, preferably you would want to add a startup to it and find a good SANDEVISTAN sound, right? You can hear the sound when it starts up. The star is to have little SANDEVISTAN glows on your back. The positions, you're going to want to make it negative 0.75, and then you want to have it 0.5y, 0y, and negative 0.5y. That should look like this. All three of them are right there. There are SANDEVISTAN variants for my moves. I'll show you those later. Give yourself iframes that no one can cancel it. It'll get really glitchy if people can cancel it. A screen color effect. If you want this color, you're going to want to set the amount to half, so 0.5. Color 150, 255, 150, and set the time for 3 seconds. You can copy those stars and replace them with clash. So it creates 3 little clashes on your back. Wait. Ah, much better. That's why it looked so weird earlier. Black screen color to flash for a second. It'll be like a little impact frame. And this is also a thing you don't need to add, but it's field of view. Oh yes, this is the part you've all been waiting for. This is the branch that will, see how it says last hit 15? Basically, all my other SANDEVISTANs worked differently. It was that they would have a hitbox that would branch them to the thing that stops them in place for 3 seconds. But this one is different. Instead, it doesn't matter how far you are. As long as you hit someone in the last 15 seconds, anyone that was hit in those last 15 seconds will be affected by the SANDEVISTAN. Hit him, hit that guy, and I can knock this guy off. And everyone is stayed in place. For the enemy screen, have a screen color like this. Again, it's optional. Medium shake, of course. Field of view. And make them glow for 3 seconds. All for 3 seconds. This is like, if they're falling in the air or something, it looks like they're stopped, right? So if they were to jump and you activated it, they would stop moving, but they wouldn't be able to move in any direction because they're moving at all in any of these directions. If you understand what I'm saying, I'm not good at explaining stuff. The glow for the SANDEVISTAN. This is the part that you've all been waiting for. This is really intricate. Basically, what you're gonna want to do is start with 0 to 55, 0. You know, a good green color. Opacity 0.5, opacity 0.7, and alt position 0.01. This is very crucial. Very crucial, this little alt position, because if you don't have an alt position, it will follow you. But if you do have an alt position, that means that it's technically moving, meaning that it will stay where it was when you first used it, and that's really cool. Size 0.85, so that doesn't look too bulky on you. It's just about the size of a Roblox character's regular like size. So, and time 3. Now here comes the neat part. It waits 0.1 seconds, and then it creates another glow. But this time, the blue color is added up by 25. So it should look like this. And this time, the time is 2.9. Basically, what you're going to want to do, if you want them to all vanish at the same time, it's very tedious, but what you're going to want to do is, every time you make a new one, change the color to the right of this by 25, and change the time by negative 0.1. That way, the color will change perfectly, and everything will vanish at the perfect time, right at the end of it. Here's the thing though, it goes up until it reaches 255. You can skip 250, just go straight to 255, it wouldn't matter. Once it's reached 2 colors at 255, the one that it's hard to explain. You see how this was going up and this was staying normal? Now, the one that was staying normal before starts to go down, so that this becomes more prominent and more blue. Keep remembering to change the time by 0.1 each time. Keep doing that. By 25 you should add. You change it by 25. Whether you're subtracting it from the first value or adding it to the second one, you should always do it by increments of 25, and then once you reach 250, just ignore the 50 and just 55 instead. Once this reaches 0 here, it says 00255, you start adding the 25s onto the red value. Keep remembering to change the time 0.1 shorter each time. Keep increasing the color by 25 until that eventually you skip the 250, just go straight to 255. So right here you see this is the last one, is make it 0.1 weight, and then after that you don't need to add another glow because it wouldn't matter, it's 0 seconds for the next final glow. And field of view, you return that back to 0, ignore the color. And screen color, you could do the same black little flash on your screen at the beginning, and then you should be done. Really neat. One thing that's really annoying that you can't fix is that while you're using the SANDEVISTAN, these trails will they rotate like that. There's no way to fix that because it's it's something related to your root part or something, or I don't know. It's trying to rotate until the torso is facing completely forward, so if you are doing an animation like this, it's gonna look weird. You could also copy the SANDEVISTAN onto other moves, so here a counter, and then you can use your variants for the move, which I can get to later. But yeah, it's pretty neat. Pretty neat.